Last week, a friend of mine from my past life asked me a question you probably get asked all the time. In this pandemic world, how is your business going? Are you making good money? Now, how do you answer this question? In a few minutes, I will share how I handle this question, but let me first shine some light on your business. See, most of the time, people who are looking to build an online business get stuck. They have a great idea, but don't have the consistency to execute it. They can create amazing content that drives traffic, but don't have the time to actually do it themselves. They don't have the time to create the content and no motivation or strategy to then tell others about it. Have you ever felt the same? See, sitting on a money-making idea, but struggling to actually execute it is a big problem. My friend, most of the time, success comes down to consistent action. And in business, the only logical thing to do is putting world-class content out there every single week and then talking about it all the time. Now, you typically do this with content that ranks, content that gets social traffic, and content that gets a sale. In this video, I will share how you can completely automate your content creation and marketing so that when your friend asks you that scary question, you don't have to feel embarrassed about how you're doing. Look, it is no secret that if you want to get traffic, you need good content that does two things. Number one, it sits on page 1 of Google, and number 2, it gets traffic from social media all the time. According to Moz, content and SEO go hand in hand. Without one, your efforts on the other are completely diminished. Neil Patel, who is an SEO giant, says that SEO is all about content marketing. But then both Moz and Neil Patel have a presence on social media. They use it to drive traffic on demand. Content is king. So what's the problem? See, you don't need just any content. You need high authority, search engine friendly, and 100% human readable content. Content that can also get shares and clicks from, say, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Content that is proven to convert traffic into fans and sales. Now, there are 3 main ways with which you can get this kind of content. Number 1, you can write your own, which works if you're amazingly good at writing good content every single week. Number 2, you can hire a ghostwriter, which works well but can get expensive really quickly. And number 3 is using a software, which works because it is automated, but quality can be a little bit questionable. Now, all these methods have their problems. I speak from experience. See, when I was done building my website, I needed content to rank it. So I did what anyone would do. I started writing. I spent hours researching, reading, and then writing articles. But it consumed so much of my time, and it certainly wasn't something I enjoyed doing. Over time, I lost motivation to write, and that website got buried in the virtual dust. Now, I bet that's happened to you at some point in your business. Am I right? See, if you're in it for the long run, writing the content yourself is not the most viable solution. After a while, I decided to build another blog, and this time I thought about outsourcing the task of content writing. So I go to the cheapest platform on the internet, that, of course, as you know, is Fiverr. I ended up paying $100 for a 1,000-word article. Now, don't get me wrong, the content was actually good, but I was spending too much on a platform known for $5 gigs. And this was all back in 2016. If you want the same thing right now, you'll be paying much more than what I paid back then, which means you will be spending anywhere around $5,000 per year to create content. And remember, we're not even talking about marketing yet. Now, by all means, if you can afford to spend that kind of money, you should outsource your content writing. It is important, but I couldn't justify doing that. So I started looking for a software that would create content for me. I tested out a few different software, and the content created was either duplicate or robotic to read. And it wasn't something Google would rank either. It wasn't something people would actually click and buy from. And again, that's a red flag. So while losing hope and watching cat videos on YouTube, my attention went to that small closed caption icon at the bottom of the player. Right at that moment, I realized something amazing. I opened up a few different videos to check subtitles that they had. I had hit absolute gold. I had just stumbled upon a gold mine of high authority content, and since these were videos, there couldn't possibly be a copy of the content in the form of text, which means the content that I was looking at was 100% unique. So I looked for a software that would allow me to download this text and post it onto my website. But after a day of searching, I came across absolutely nothing that would let me take this content and put it on my blog. I mean, sure, there are other software that would allow me to download the subtitles, but these were absolutely filled with grammar mistakes, no punctuation, or formatting which was missing. I had to spend so much time formatting, adding punctuations, fixing grammars, and then publishing the content to my website. So working with Ajlal, I decided to build a tool that would allow me to convert any video on YouTube into a blog post. Plus, it will be fully formatted, allowing me to fix any grammar issues before I publish the post to my website within seconds. And the best part is this: it could also get me instant traffic from multiple social media channels. And 2 years of development and improvement later, we have opened up the doors to Content Gorilla 2.0 for you. Yes, this is the 2.0 version. The 1.0 version saw over 3,000 customers creating more than 100,000 blog posts, and this time we want to take it even further. Content Gorilla 2.0 can convert a YouTube video into text automatically, formatting the text and adding relevant images to make it look appealing, and then publishing it to your website. All you have to do is click a couple of buttons, and this is done in less than 60 seconds. In another 60 seconds, you can optimize, fix grammar issues, spin the content, and add even more images to your post. And in an extra 15 seconds, you can syndicate this content to Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, all automatically. With Content Gorilla's 3-step process, creating content and marketing is as simple as it gets. Step number 1, find the video. Step number 2, convert it into a post. And step number 3, publish and syndicate this. That's how simple it is. If you can click 3 buttons, you can create and market a brand new blog post in less than 3 minutes. Just imagine how much time and money you can save when you don't have to worry about your next content piece, or worry about how you will get traffic to the website that you've been working hard to build. Let the machine do what they're supposed to do, what they're good at doing, and create and market content for you completely automatically. Now let me ask you, if you could get a software that could practically replace the need of a content writer and a marketer, how much would you typically pay for that? $9.97 or even $4.97? It would be quite a steal, wouldn't it? And that's actually per month. But today is not about making money for us. It is about us delivering value to you. So initially we thought about offering Content Gorilla 2.0 at $297. Even then, this would be an absolute steal. But we wanted to raise the bar high. So for a very limited time, you can get a massive discount when you buy Content Gorilla 2.0 today. Note that this is only available during our public launch. After this, we intend to raise the prices and never repeat this offer again. When you buy Content Gorilla 2.0 today, it's almost as if you're hiring a content writer and a marketer, minus all the headache that comes with dealing and managing someone else. Just a couple of clicks will give you a high quality search engine friendly and 100% human readable content. And another click will help market it to 3 biggest social media networks for you. On top of that, you're backed with a 100% money back guarantee, which means that if for whatever reason you think that Content Gorilla 2.0 is not for you, send us an email and we will refund you all of your money. Absolutely no strings attached. If you would like to see a detailed walkthrough of Content Gorilla 2.0, you can scroll down this page. Again, I don't want to rush you, but this is a very time-sensitive offer. So if you're interested, I highly recommend that you pick up Content Gorilla 2.0 today, because by tomorrow it might not be available at this price. This is an exclusive chartered discount, and it's going to be taken away as soon as the timers on this page hit 0. Be smart, get your hands on Content Gorilla 2.0, and I will see you on the other side.
Hey, it's Ijlal, and in this video, I'm going to show you how Content Gorilla works. Now, 18 months ago, when we first came out with Content Gorilla, our goal was simple. We just wanted to make content creation fast and easy for an average user. And 18 months later, with the feedback of over 3,600 users, we have developed much more on this idea and have a lot of new features now. Basically, what Content Gorilla does is it allows you to convert YouTube videos into text format that you can then publish onto your WordPress website. So you can even download it in text or PDF format and publish it wherever you want, however you want. There are basically no limits to that. And since the content is coming from YouTube videos, there's a very good chance that it's completely unique and it doesn't have any copies on the web. And the thing is that the YouTube database is ever growing with thousands of videos uploaded daily. So you will probably never run out of content to publish. So that's pretty much what Content Gorilla can do. Now, without further ado, let me dive in and show you exactly how Content Gorilla works. It's actually very simple to use. Once you have added your website and added your API keys, what you have to do is you can come here on our search bar on the main dashboard, and you can simply search for whatever kind of video you are looking for. So let's say I have a review blog and I want to review something. Let's say I want to review a solid state hard drive. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in the keyword, and it's also going to give me search suggestions because that's what we do, right? We make sure that users don't run out of content ideas. So Content Gorilla will also show you a lot of different search suggestions. These come straight from Google, so you can be assured that these are the kind of keywords that are going to get you a high amount of, that are basically being searched a lot, right? Then you can order the videos either by relevance, recency, or views, and then you can define if you want videos with any license or you just want Creative Commons videos. Now, once you've defined that, you can simply go ahead and click on the search button. Now, Content Gorilla will basically bring all the videos that contain closed captions that we can work with. And once you have this, you can go ahead and preview the video to make sure the content is
hard to believe that all your photos,
up to your par. And once you have selected your video, it's just as simple as hitting the create post button. That's all you have to do. Content Gorilla will automatically convert this entire thing into a perfectly created piece of content, and you're now ready to publish this onto your WordPress blog. You can obviously go ahead and make any edits and changes that you might want to make. We also have some pretty cool features that allow you to automatically add punctuations. So there are some scenarios where the videos don't have punctuations and things like commas, question marks, and full stops. So you can simply use our add punctuation feature, and it's basically gonna find every place where there's supposed to be punctuation, and it's automatically gonna add in the punctuation. You can also add images from our library of images. You can simply go ahead, drag and drop this, and it's gonna get added into your post. That's how easy it is. And once you have your piece of content ready, once you're ready to publish this, you can just simply go ahead and publish it. Something else that we also do is that we add the read more links, which is basically us internal linking your site to more content. This way you can really reduce your bounce rate, and you can just keep your users engaged onto your site. Besides that, we also have a grammar correction feature. What this does is it allows you to fix any sort of grammar errors there might be inside the content. There's going to be a full breakdown of the features somewhere on this page, so you can just scroll below for that. But I'm just going to give you a quick overview and show you exactly how publishing works. Now, once you have your piece of content ready, you can simply go ahead and select your feature image. By default, what we do is we fetch the thumbnail image from YouTube and add that. So when this is published, this is going to be your featured image on your blogs. Then we have tags. Now what tags do is they notify search engines to list your content for these particular keywords. We already fetch tags from YouTube itself, and since these are high ranked YouTube videos which are basically displayed for these particular keywords, there's a very good chance that these post tags are going to be very related to the kind of content that you're going to be publishing. And what that means is you're going to be getting much higher rankings than Google. You can obviously go ahead and add commas and add more of your own tags and all. And once you're done with that, you can move on to the syndication feature, which is personally something I love. Now, what the syndication feature does is it allows you to syndicate your content onto your social media channels in just one click. So as soon as you publish your content onto your blog, what's going to happen is it's automatically going to publish that content onto your social media sites as well. Basically, you can change the content that goes on these posts. So you could make it say something like, check out my new post. Then something pretty cool that we have also done is that we have given you a very new feature that allows you to create custom images. So you can select a pre-made background for you, and you can simply say you can make it say pretty much anything that you want. And once you click on the add image button, this image automatically gets added. Now, as of this moment, we're currently adding much more background templates and colors and all that stuff. So by the time that you're going to be getting access to Content Gorilla, you will see much more than what I am seeing right now. And besides that, we also have the thumbnail image, which we fetched from the YouTube video. If you wish to post that, you can. If you don't, simply delete it. Then you can basically select all the Facebook pages, Twitter accounts, or LinkedIn accounts that you have already integrated inside Content Gorilla. And you can define whether or if you want to include the post link. And once that is all defined, you can come over, select your website, select the post status. You can select the categories you want to publish it onto. And you can define whether you want to include the feature image or not. And you can also include the video inside the post if you want to. If you don't, just leave this box unchecked. Now, another feature that is basically a universal feature, and I'm going to go into the settings and show you that here, is the attribution text feature. Now, what this does is it allows you to give attribution back to the original owner. And what basically happens is this particular text, it's going to be linked with the video's original URL. So this way you can really play it on a safe side, and don't have anything to worry about in terms of copyright. So you can enable this, change the text if you want, and once you're ready, you can just go ahead and publish it. So I'm gonna do that right now. And in the meantime, let me go ahead and open up my Facebook pages and Twitter and LinkedIn accounts as well. So I'm just going to show you how the syndication worked. Just going to give it a second to publish the post. And now that it's been published, we can go and check all of our things. So firstly, I'm going to reload the site to see how it looks on the main site. As you can see, we have our post right here. Let's go ahead and preview it. And it looks exactly the way we created it. So that's perfect. And now as you can see here, we have the read more tag. This is basically linked to another post on our blog. So this keeps the user glued to your website and helps reduce the bounce rate, which is a very big factor that Google uses in terms of ranking your content. Besides that, as you can see, we have a as found on YouTube link, and it's linked to the original video. So you have now given attribution to the original owner as well. How cool is that, right? Now let's go ahead and check our social media pages. So I'm just going to quickly reload this one. And as you can see, we have our post published with the exact image that we created, and we have the link to our post. Now let's go ahead and check Twitter as well. Here, as you can see, it just popped up and it's published. Let's go ahead and check LinkedIn as well. And on LinkedIn, we integrate with your own profiles as well as your company profiles as well. So you can publish on either of those. As you can see, it has been published here as well. So let's go ahead and take a look. Yep, absolutely awesome. So that's, just kind of how Content Gorilla works. There are much more features that if I go in detail in this video, it's going to get very long. So there's going to be a complete breakdown on this page, on the page you're currently on. So make sure you check out everything that's included in your Content Gorilla account. Again, we're barely scratching the surface with this feature. What I've just shown you is the most basic level of Content Gorilla, and there's going to be a detailed breakdown of every feature that is included in your account today when you scroll below. I'll look forward to seeing you on the inside.